Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video where we are talking about Injection Fairy Lily, as suggested by DN Senior Admin 8 Infinity 8. Injection Fairy Lily, Spellcaster type Earth Attribute monster, 400 attack, 1500 defense, it's level 3. So you can just normal summon or set it. Now, it has quite a special effect in the sense that there aren't a lot of effects like it. Because if this card attacks, or is attacked, so it can be during either player's turn, during damage calculation, you can pay 2,000 life points, once per battle, and this card gets 3,000 attack, only during that specific damage calculation. So by paying 2,000 life points, you can make Injection Fairy Lily be Blue Eyes, or, well, whatever else is that powerful. Arceus Christia, Vanity's Ruler, whatever. 3,400 attack. It costs 2,000 life points. It is heavy, yes, but it can be major. And you can also just leave it in attack position and have the opponent try and attack into it. But if they don't have a way to negate your effect, you can just be like, okay, pay 2,000 up by 3,000. Then let's say they have Blue Eyes. Sure, they're only going to be dealt 400 damage while you just pay 2,000, which is a lot more. Getting rid of their big monster might just be your ticket to victory. And if you take it as a way to, if you can just direct attack with this thing, sure, it costs 2,000 for your life points, but you deal 3,400, which is major. Difference is only 1,400, but it's so major that if you have some other things that can deal damage, that can really quickly finish the game. Now, something you should be wary of when using Injection Fairy Lily is effect negation. Veiler, Breakthrough Skill, Fiendish Chain. Injection Fairy Lily. When you use Effect Veiler on it, that's only until the end phase. So, Fairy Lily likely just won't attack this turn unless it can attack directly, because then it'll just attack directly for 400. Not a lot, but it's something, so why not? And then during the next turn, the effect will apply again. So, if the opponent wants to attack into you, you can pay the 2,000 life points again. Breakthrough Skill, once again, end phase stuff. So, you can just, like, it'll be negated, but then next turn it'll apply again. However, unlike Effect Veiler, Breakthrough Skill can also be used during the battle phase. So Injection Fairy Lily would declare the attack on, let's keep going with it, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Breakthrough Skill is activated, effect is negated, can't use it, Blue Eyes destroys you. Sure, you could still pay the cost, or why the hell would you if you already know it's going to be negated? So, monster is gone, and you lose 2,600 life points because you attacked into something that's much stronger. So you need to be really wary of things like Breakthrough Skill. Now, Breakthrough Skill, let's say, is used during the main phase because the opponent is new or made a misplay or whatever. Next turn, the effect applies again, right? Sort of. However, Breakthrough Skill is a trap card, therefore, quick effect, quick like, therefore can be used during battle phase. Opponent's Blue Eyes White Dragon attacks your Injection Fairy Lily. Upon attack declaration, Breakthrough Skill activate from graveyard. Or is that only in main phase? I'm just thinking, is that main phase or any time? Because it might be not just breakthrough. Breakthrough Skill. During your turn, except the turn card was sent to the grave. Yeah, it's not specific, so it can't be down there in battle with Blue Eyes. Declares attack on Injection Fairy Lily. Activate Breakthrough Skill from the grave. Same story. You can negate it, opponent can pay the cost whatever they want, it's not going to work. Be careful with that. Fiendish Chain. Not only does it negate the effect, it also keeps applying, because Fiendish Chain keeps applying on the monster. So, even if you can't use it one turn, you can't use it the next turn either, unless you somehow destroy Fiendish Chain with, like, Mystical Space Typhoon, or you make Injection Fairy Lily unaffected by trap cards. One, I suppose, advantage there is to being affected by Fiendish Chain, because let's say a Breakthrough Skill very likely will be used upon attack declaration of Lily, so Lily will be gone. Fiendish Chain also makes the monster unable to attack, therefore the effect is stopped. Therefore, you still have a monster on your field to sort of defend your life point. Sure, it's only 400 attack, but it's something. One, that saves you from, let's say, we're once again facing Blue Eyes, taking 2,600 damage on your turn, and then making the opponent able to direct attack the next turn, assuming you don't have any other monsters. So that would be, for just Blue Eyes, 5,600 damage with that way of using Breakthrough skill. For Fiendish Chain, the first attack has to be stopped because of Fiendish Chain's card text. And then the next turn, Blue Eyes would attack into Injection Fairy Lily. That's just 2,600 life points. Saves you 3,000. So in that sense, that's an advantage to the opponent using Fiendish Chain against it. Another way that Fiendish Chain would help Injection Fairy Lily is because then it won't be destroyed by that battle. You'll still have it during your main phase 2. Because the attack never went, so the monster isn't destroyed. Would you have another level 3, another Injection Fairy Lily, I don't know, Majugire Panda producers level 3, this just came to mind. If you have another level 3 alongside Injection Fairy Lily, you'd be like, this thing is gonna die, I don't want that, I don't want to take that much damage, so let's overlay into something else, like Ghost Alucard, or sorry, Set card, or Mech-Equipped Engineer in preparation of an attack, or Leviair to summon something, or Acid Golem, because why not, because it's powerful, but then again, main phase 2 Acid Golem, Wind Up Zen Mines to defend you, to destroy something while it's defending. There's quite a few options in rank 3, so if you run them, that could be a way to play around Fiendish Chain. There's something else specific about Injection Fairy Lily, about its card text, is that it specifically states that it can be used during damage calculation. There are very few effects that can even be used during damage step. Those are attack and defense modifiers, like cards that directly alter attack and defense, such as Rush Recklessly, Reinforcements, let's come up with some more, Horn of the Phantom Beast, quite a few things. Things that directly alter attack and defense. There's also Spell Speed 3 effects, so Counter Traps, Divine Wrath, Solemn Warning, Dark Bribe, I suppose. And then there's cards that just specifically state they can be used during the damage step, such as Numinous Healer. No, pretty sure no, Numinous Healer doesn't specifically say it, but there's a few that state it. This one states specifically damage calculation, which is in damage step, therefore can be used. And there's like 6 or 7 exceptions to the rule, like Numinous Healer, which can be used in damage step. Now, Injection Fairy Lily specifically states it can be used during damage calculation, not even before it. Because before damage calculation, there's a few more cards that could potentially negate your stuff. Like, I can't really come up with anything except cards that could already be used. Also, cards that directly negate the quick effects that negate the activations of cards, such as Evil Tsar Dolka. That's also, it's quick effects with spell speed 2, yet it can be used during damage step because it negates activations of effects. Also be used in damage step. Yeah, because you use it during damage step, someone has to negate it beforehand, like before you go into damage step, such as Breakthrough skill. Advantage: you haven't paid the 2,000 life points at the time yet. It's not like upon attack declaration do this and then oh shit, I'm mirror forced, I lose my monster, and I've already lost 2,000 life points because cost. It's in damage calculation, so if it's negated or Injection Fairy Lily is destroyed by like Mirror Force, you've never paid the 2,000 life points, so that really saves you. There aren't a lot of cards that can stop the effect from happening once you're in damage calculation. So in that sense, Injection Fairy Lily is quite special. Alright, let's see if there's some extra tips that we can use. Yeah. Sorted it, set that. Works out Cybernetic Magician. Let's see. You can discard one card to target one face-up monster on the field. The target attack bonus 3,000 till the end phase. I suppose, like with a 3,000 boost, that could make it 5,000, which is pretty good. Shield and Sword, Inverse Universe, switch defense and attack around to make it 1,500. After effect 45. Telekinetic Charging Cell. Equip to Psychic. Oh, because the DNA thing is actually to make it Psychic. And then you don't have to pay life points to activate its effect, so you can pretty much just have a 3,400 attack powered Injection Fairy Lily during each battle, which could be very nice without any cost. Demotion, that has the lower level. Yeah, decrease it by 2 levels, go from 3 to 1, and then up to Camouflage Armor allows level 1 monsters that are equipped to it, because it's an equipped spell, to attack directly. Level Limit Area B, Gravity Bind. Gravity Bind doesn't allow level 4 higher to attack. Level Limit Area B makes level 4 higher switch to defense position. thing about defense position though is that if you have Injection Fairy Lily, yes, that effect works, but generally it's only really worth it if you attack position monsters. If the opponent has defense position monsters, so Giant Soldier of Stone. I'm only coming up with the old ones. Anyway, they'll work as an example. Giant Soldier of Stone, 2,000 defense. Let's say the only monster you have at the time is Injection Fairy Lily. You can overcome it by paying 2,000 life points, but just to get rid of one defense position monster, it doesn't even deal damage to them. That's why you call it like, what's it? Aggressive spell, Big Bang attack, Big Bang shot. Increases attack by 400 and it allows you to deal piercing damage. Fairy Meteor Crush, I believe it's called, also allows you to inflict piercing damage. There's a continuous trap that allows you to do that. You can use that, equip that to Injection Fairy Lily, or just have it active on the field to allow damage to still happen when the opponent's monster is in defense position. Limit Reverse, yes, because it's lower than 1,000 attack. Debris Dragon allows you to summon it because it's lower than 500 attack and it's level 3, so just Black Rose, and it can be like blow up the field. Magical Golem. Select one face of monster that you control, attacks halved until the end phase. That's only in main phase, so from 400 to 200, and then in damage calculation you still get this plus 3,000. So that's still 32, so I suppose that could be nice. Unstable Evolution, I suppose. Once original attack becomes 24, so that could become 54, but it could still become 4,000. So if your life points are higher, either way, damage increases because Injection Fairy Lily's original attack is just 400. Something about Black Card, I suppose, free damage because attack position tough. Mage Power United We Stand, also our attack. Yeah, but you have to somehow switch it to defense as well. But when you declare an attack, that doesn't work. Hummingbird can be used to add life points because you pay major cost. Okay. Effective Mail. The photo which you can take your point directly to the gift. I'd prefer to keep it on the field. Maybe. Probably wouldn't use that card immediately in a deck around Lily. Gagaga Shield, Spellbook of Wisdom can stop her from being destroyed. Spellbook of Power for extra things, and also you can search out something like Spellbook of Wisdom to save her from spell and trap effects for the next turn if you destroy a monster by battle. Power Frame. So you control is targeted for an attack by a monster with higher attack. Target the attack, target negate the attack. It could discard to the target. Okay, once again, cycle to difference between attack and attack. So let's say it's Blue Eyes. You don't just pay the life points to overcome the Blue Eyes. No, you use Power Frame. So it gains 2,600 attack to go to 3,000. Then it attacks the Blue Eyes. 3,000 damage. Boom. 200 heavy cost per defense monster. Yes, I was on time with that. Fairy Meteor Crush. Emon Arrow? What is that? You control until the end phase. Piercing damage, long text. No problem solving card text yet. Extra damage for defense, so that could work. Yep. They have some quick trivia. One of 6 cards in TCG to have been forbidden in the past but are now unlimited. Break of the Magical Warrior, United We Stand, Call of the Haunted, Spore, and Tsukiyomi. I remember Spore and Tsukiyomi. The other ones would have been before 2012 when I started on Dueling Network, because then I didn't really keep up with like the competitive side of Yu-Gi-Oh! That much. There's some Weed Out. Brown Hair. Okay. I don't remember that, but it could be. Retrained version Counselor Lily. Does look similar, stats are the same. Despite having the word fairy, it's a spellcaster type. Counselor Lily is a fairy type. Along with Spore and United We Stand, least amount of times forbidden limited list only one format. Okay then. I did not know that. Yeah, Injection Fairy Lily. I was able to say quite a lot about it. I didn't actually think I would be able to, but it's an interesting card and definitely an interesting effect. So, what would I think about it? Would I use it in a deck? Not necessarily, because there's like monsters that can destroy via monsters, spells, and traps that can destroy via effect, like other monsters. Let's say that pesky Blue Eyes that we kept mentioning, which would save you from having those 2,000 life point costs paid. And Phoenix Chain, Breakthrough Skill, there's quite a few decks that run cards like it that can negate effects. And even if a deck doesn't run it, just the fear of it maybe happening can make you just not run Injection Fairy Lily, because it is a 400 attack monster. Negate its effects, Breakthrough Skill, Phoenix Chain, Skill Drain, it becomes so vulnerable to major damage. And remember, it's an attack position. 400 attack position without effect is not something you want. So mostly for that reason I wouldn't use it. Also because other monsters, like it's sort of a separate card, not really does have support or necessarily give support to other things. If you want to give this thing major support and make it really work well in a deck, you'd have to make cards specifically for it, like that Psychic Equip spell. But then I'm like, you want to use it in a Psychic deck? I suppose you can, but then why would you use DNA Surgery or Transplant or whichever one of the two does the type? I don't feel this is, you can use it, this will be used in a competitive deck anytime soon. I do kind of want to research what kind of deck it was used in to make it be on the Forbidden list, why it was so useful, possibly around the era that like Psychic types just came out. That could be. But in a general competitive deck right now, I don't see anyone use it. Could be strange, could be weird, could definitely be used in a fun deck because it's definitely a unique card. But pure competitive, I don't see myself using it. Alright, that was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video for today on Injection Fairy Lily. Remember to keep an eye on my Dueling Network forums account on my status updates if you want to have a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion sometimes. Although you could also just leave them in suggestions for Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion in the comments below. I'd prefer it to be your favorite monster. Let me know what your favorite monsters. It can't be forbidden. I don't want one that's on the forbidden list. Can be limited or semi-limited, just not forbidden. But yeah, I don't know how I'll decide on the next one yet. Could be from these comments, could still be from this list. I make a new list, or I just decide myself, or I go random page. We'll see. I'll see you in the next video. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.